So back again, we're into looking at how our developers and designers work together. Uh, we've got a report from one of our clients that the photo gallery here, as you can see, is kind of broken. You see the first photo album cover, the second photo album cover, and then there's something going on right here. So basically, we need to fix this. And normally, this would be one of our designers who troubleshoots this, as this is a style issue, as opposed to more of a development issue. So basically, if I'm a designer, I would come in here and I would and this is basic designer stuff. Any sort of designer will know how to open up Firebug, and they'll they'll highlight this area right here and start digging in. So we can see these little wrappers are articles. And as we scroll down, we see this is Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, and here's the thing weird. So I'm going down the line. That's Article 1, Article 2, and then Article 3 appears next, but it's to the right, and then Article 4 is the one that's busted right here. So what's going on here? Basically, a designer will be able to tell you really quickly that it's being pushed down because there's not enough height or padding given to the elements. So you can see this as we're just going to select the article element here, and then we're going to change this selector, which is query widget 13 article, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to say padding bottom, and we're going to give it about 10 pixels or 1 padding bottom, and that wasn't enough. So what happens if we add a little bit more? Still not enough. So what do we need? So how are we going to be able to fix this? So what else could we possibly change here? So we've noticed that they're floating when we highlight these elements using Firebug. We notice they're floating to the left here. So we could try changing them floating to the right. Okay, it just flips the problem. Floating to the left, back to the problem. So what else could you do with CSS to fix this? Well, one thing you could do is you could remove the float altogether, so it's not floating, and you see they stack right like that. And there's another thing you can do is you can say display, and right now I believe they have a display of block. So if we change this to inline block, there you go. Now that fixes the problem, and the images show up just fine. But what about this area down here where it's too close? So in that case, we just do want to give it a little bit of padding on the bottom. We'll give it, try to see what 2 M's looks like. Maybe a little bit more, 3 M's. There we go, that looks good. Now, there is the problem of why this is showing up twice, which is an unrelated problem, which we'll fix in another screencast. But this fixes the design layout problem. So now we just fix that using Firebug. So if we reload, our fix is going to be gone. So how do we fix that? So we're going to go into our admin panel here, and we're going to go to Pages, and we're going to find Photo Galleries right here. Alternatively, you could have just clicked, if you're an admin, and it'll show up here, you click Edit. That'll take you there, but we're just going to go the long way. Click Edit, and we're going to go down here, and notice this is blank. So it's showing the photo galleries, but don't really know why it's blank. So we go down here, we're going to see which widgets it's displaying. And right here we see it's showing photo galleries. So how do you edit the photo galleries? Widget. Well, you can just edit the photo gallery widget by going up to Appearance, Widgets. And you're going to find content above photo galleries. Here it is. And we're going to go down here, we're going to find that selector. Here it is right here. See margin left or float left, and we're just going to get rid of that. And by convention, we put our selectors and our properties in alphabetical order. So display goes at top. Display equals inline block. And then we're going to add that padding bottom, 3 M's. And then we're just going to go down and save this widget. And we'll go back and take a look and refresh this and see what happens. And there's our changes, and it's fixed. And again, like I said, in our organization, a designer would fix that problem. And this next issue right here, which we'll take a look in their screencast, would be more of a developer problem. Why is this showing up twice?